Um, the susceptibility to COVID-19 really has very much to do with the metabolic state of a person, not just their immune function, but their metabolic state, which is why people with diabetes and obesity are at so much greater risk. So a dietary approach that improves your metabolic state is protective. And in particular, um, zinc is important. There are demonstrations of that. But the bioflavonoids that are found in fruits and vegetables and herbs and spices have a significant impact on the way your body responds to these viruses through many mechanisms. Through their impact on the virus itself, and their impact on the inflammatory response that your body mounts. So that a diet that is rich in whole natural foods, including nuts and seeds and vegetables and fish and seafood, I think is the first thing. Tea can be very helpful. And there's certain ingredients in teas, black tea, even more than green tea, that inhibit the ability of the virus to replicate. When it comes to drinking tea, though, don't take it with milk, because the milk interferes with the absorption of what you need. You have to take it black. Well, there's some evidence that melatonin is helpful. That is, people supplementing with melatonin are less likely to get sick with COVID-19. And it probably is because of a mixture of the immune boosting and the anti-inflammatory effects of melatonin. And there are a number of herbs and spices. One of my favorite is black cumin seed.
Really?
Yes, which is, or black seed as it's sometimes called, which has been a staple health food for over 1,000 years in Western Asia. And there are antiviral effects of black cumin seed, some of which have actually been established in a human clinical trial, not with COVID-19, but with hepatitis virus. There are anti-inflammatory effects. Yeah, if I had to choose, is there one health food that I think needs to be used more? It would be black cumin seed. So you can get the fresh seed and grind it up. It's very soft, has a very pleasant flavor. So when it comes to the anti-inflammatory effects, it's in the oil mostly. The concern that's occurred with the COVID-19 vaccines is that there have been some severe allergic reactions to some of the vaccines. The Pfizer vaccine, which was the one that was first approved in the UK and then the US, was first noted to produce in a small number of people very profound allergic reactions. Most were in people who already had a history of allergy, but not always. And their scientists are trying to determine what ingredient in these vaccines is acting to provoke the allergic reaction. And it's probably not the messenger RNA itself. It's probably one of the carriers or fillers that's used in processing the vaccine. But that's a significant concern. Nonetheless, in the clinical trials that were done with the two vaccines that have provoked allergic reactions, that the vaccines, I think that the vaccines for COVID-19 will make a big difference in the world, but it's going to take time. And in time, what has concerned me is that there's so many other approaches that have been overlooked in this $1 trillion race to develop vaccines and expensive drugs.